They say you can't buy happiness, but what if I said you can? A recent study published in Advances in Experimental Social Psychology, which set out to discover the relationship between money and happiness. They found 3 ways that we should spend our money to improve our happiness and life satisfaction. Now, this is a bit alien to me because on my channel, I'm normally chatting to you about how to save money and budget, but when you feel so burnt out, it's important to know how to use your money to make you feel happy and feel good. Sometimes we have to work to have some enjoyment in life because we need a pick-me-up. And what I discovered in this study really surprised me. Even on a low income, you can use money to your advantage and feel happier and more fulfilled in life. So what are the 3 things? Firstly, spending money on experiences. I had this chat with friends and family that I feel at my ultimate happiness when we do something together as a family and have some form of an experience. When I'm out of the house, there's no washing up to do or tidying up. I'm not accidentally stepping on a plastic dinosaur. It's amazing. Listen, it doesn't have to cost the earth. It could simply be a sunny day and going for a walk and a picnic. Once a year, I dig out my dancing shoes and my lycra and I have an annual rave. It could be an overnight stay somewhere that you've never been before, just so that you can go and explore, or a long weekend at centre parks or a cheaper alternative like camping. These are things that we look back on and smile because you're creating life memories. When my mum turned 60, I wanted us to have a proper long-lasting memory, so I whisked her off to Spain, invited a best mate and got my cousin and my auntie to surprise her when we got there. We had such a good laugh and we always smile about that trip. It was so much better than buying her some fancy gift. Sometimes your time is the best gift to give. The study shows that enjoying experiences leads to more positive feelings before, during and after the event compared to buying possessions. This proves the first tip. Now, the second thing they suggest is pro-social spending, or in normal terms, spending on others. This can take many forms, like donating to a charity that's close to your heart, buying a surprise gift for a friend who needs cheering up, or even paying for a stranger's coffee in a random act of kindness. I'm one of those people who loves everyone else's birthdays. I've never been particularly well off, but I've always found the money to make them special. I took my boyfriend, who's now my husband, to Paris for the weekend for his 30th and invited all of his mates. It made me feel good. I overheard a girl that worked in Costa saying that she's always been overlooked at school and she was so pleased to get Star of the Week. She probably thought I was a bit crackers, but I bought her a star balloon from the card factory for a couple of quid. I took it into her and it made a day. Now, these gestures don't have to cost loads of money, but you get a real sense of pride and fulfillment by doing them. The study found that spending our money on others promotes happiness because it enhances our social connections, providing us with a sense of purpose and meaning. This type of spending also helps us feel more autonomous and in control of our lives because we're actively choosing to use our resources to help others. Interestingly, the joy of giving is universal. It's our fundamental part of our human nature, which we can see even in young children. Lastly, the third way to use our money to boost happiness might surprise you, but it's all about buying time. We live in a busy and a fast-paced world, and sometimes it just feels like there aren't enough hours in the day. By spending money to save time, like getting a cleaner, getting your weekly shop delivered, or choosing to live closer to work to shorten your commute, we can improve our overall life satisfaction. When I earned a bit more money than I do now, I had a cleaner called Mandy, and it cost me 20 quid every other week, but it was the best money I have ever spent. She came on Mondays, and every time I walked through the door after she'd been, it felt amazing. I used to sing, "Oh Mandy, you came and you cleaned and I love you." That's 520 quid a year that was worth every single penny, and I admit it was a total luxury. According to the research, freeing up that time helps us focus on relationships, reduces stress, and helps you make even better life decisions. On a limited budget, I don't regret spending that money to eliminate the big clean every other week. Other ways to buy time, like I mentioned before, are moving closer to work or working from home. Because now you're not spending hours every week stuck on a morning commute or in evening traffic. Unless you're someone who loves their long commute and you spend that whole time on the phone, then you should consider moving even further away to buy yourself even more time on that train. Or you can also try meal prepping. Spend a weekend cooking and then shove it all in a load of Tupperware boxes so that you don't need to cook anything else in the week. The same principle applies to bulk shopping. Get your food shopping one day instead of going in and out of the shops every day for little bits that you need. Delegate the task in your house. If you've got family, then have fun with it. Teach your kids how to hoover. You might need to bribe them with some chocolate or maybe some loose change to promise to get them that new game, and switch up who does the cooking each day so that you get a day off. And now that I've got the ball rolling, I bet you can think of plenty other ways that you can buy yourself some time. Just remember, each of our financial situations is unique, but these tips can help you make smarter choices with your money, regardless of your budget. So to sum it up, if you want to boost your happiness, try directing your hard-earned cash towards experiences, pro-social spending, or buying time. By focusing on these areas, you can get the most joy out of every pound you spend and create a more fulfilling life for yourself and for your loved ones. So let's remember to make the most of our money and focus on what truly matters in life. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe for more financial tips. And if you've got a second, I'd appreciate a like too. See you in the next video.